Oh, look at that. I was on mute this whole time. All right, we're starting over. Woo! We're starting with, this is week 5, Chameleon, Corinthian, or Caricature. Beginning the week with chapter 7. I'm glad I caught that. And I also said happy birthday to my mother-in-law. It's her birthday today, but she's not watching. Okay. All right. This is called Paul's Joy. Pretty straightforward. Starting with verse 2. Because verse 1 was basically the end of last chapter. Make room in your hearts for us. We have wronged no one. We have corrupted no one. We have taken advantage of no one. I do not say this to condemn you, for I said before that you are in our hearts, to die together and to live together. I am acting with great boldness towards you. I have great pride in you. I am filled with comfort. In all our affliction, I am overwhelming with joy. For even when we came into Macedonia, our bodies had no rest, but we were afflicted at every turn, fighting without and fear within. But God, who comforts the downcast, comforted us by the coming of Titus, and not only by his coming, but also by the comfort with which he was comforted by you, as he told us of your longing, your mourning, your zeal for me, so that I rejoice still more. Verse 8, for even if I made you grieve with my letter, I do not regret it, though I did regret it, for I see that that letter grieved you, though only for a while. As it is, I rejoice not because you were grieved, but because you were grieved into repenting. For you felt a godly grief, so that you suffered no loss through us. Remember how he was scolding them. For godly grief produces a repentance that leads to salvation without regret, whereas worldly grief produces death. Verse 11. For see what earnestness this godly grief has produced in you, but also what eagerness to clear yourselves, what indignation, what fear, what longing, what zeal, what punishment. At every point you have proved yourselves innocent in the matter. So, although I wrote to you, it was not for the sake of the one who did the wrong, nor for the sake of the one who suffered the wrong, but in order that your earnestness for us might be revealed to you in the sight of God. Verse 13, therefore we are comforted, and besides our own comfort, we rejoice still more at the joy of Titus, because his spirit has been refreshed by you all. Verse 14, for whatever boast I made to him about you, I was not put to shame, but just as everything we said to you was true, so also our boast. I'm going to finish this. We've got like 2 verses. Verse 14. For whatever boast I made to him about you, I was not put to shame, but just as everything we said to you was true, so also our boasting before Titus has proved true. And his affection for you is even greater, as he remembers the obedience of you all, how you received him with fear and trembling. 16, I rejoice because I have complete confidence in you. All right, so tomorrow we'll start with chapter 8. And there you go.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.